Characteristics of the city. Part 4. Cleaning London. After the problem of housing, next question raised was problem of cleaning. Thus, to clean London, variety of steps were taken. Localities were decongested, greenery was spread everywhere, measures were taken to reduce pollution, and city building was started in planned manner. Rent control. Apartments were made similar to those in Berlin and New York. Rent control was introduced so that people could get houses at lower rent. With rent control now, landlords could not exceed the maximum limit of rent. Thus, poor could get homes on rent. Reducing congestion. To reduce the congestion, ideas such as green belt around London were implemented, by which upper class people started owning home in countryside regions. Idea of garden city. Architect and planner Ebenezer Howard developed the idea of garden city, in which there were plants and trees. People work and live in the garden cities. According to the idea, Raymond Unwin and Barry Parker developed the garden city of New Year's Week. But the problem was houses in these cities were affordable to upper class people only. Building houses. After the two world wars, British government accepted to build houses for working class, and accordingly about 1 million houses were made. Most of the houses were one-family cottages. Transport in the city. With the expansion of the city, it became difficult for the workers to travel to workplace. So, transportation services became necessary for the city. Underground railways. Houses were built, but these were at farther places from the workplaces. So, London Underground Railway came into existence and solved the problem partly. In London, the first underground railway was started between stations Paddington and Farringdon Street on 10th January 1863 and carried 10,000 passengers. Trains were running back to back after 10 minutes. Initially, people were afraid to travel via underground trains. But by 1880, the train was carrying 40 million passengers a year. Massive displacement. During the two world wars, people were massively displaced while laying the railway lines. For 2 miles of railway lines, about 900 houses were destroyed. But still the underground railways were successful. People could now live away from cities, still able to connect with it with the help of these lines.